What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to the final episode of Fatal where we are adding in the upgrades. Today we've got two more awesome upgrades. We're going to talk a little bit about the team, about the last episode, about what we're going to do for the final upgrades potentially, and then of course get into the gameplay. Before we do that guys, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be much appreciated. Now in the last apologise to the lighting. I need to I need to order a blind. I apologise. In the last episode, we went for some upgrades and you guys gave me Jens Lehmann and Inform Alonso instead of David Seaman and Inform Coleman. For me, either one would have been a good set because I think that Coleman is one of the best right backs in the game. And I think Alonso is one of the best left backs in the game. So Jens Lehmann goes in, Alonso goes in. Some people are intrigued as to why I'm starting with the 4-4-2, why I changed formation. I get a lot of people tweeting me saying, why did you go to the 4-4-2? I basically went to the 4-4-2 initially to get chemistry for the team, which then when we get into a game, I pause it straight away at kickoff and switch up to either the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow or the 4-3-2-1, depending on my opponent's formation and team and such. But we've put these guys into the team now. So our team looks like this. We've got Lacazette and Tolisso up front. Hazard, Kante, Matuidi and Di Maria, who is obviously the man of the match card that gets us the bonus coins in midfield. David Luiz, Marcos Alonso, Jens Lehmann in goal. And then the two right back and centre back boys here who are the final upgrades. In terms of the final upgrades, David Luiz already has perfect chemistry to start off with because of the links with Kante and Alonso. We've actually got like 4 Chelsea boys in there as well. And for the last two people, we could, like, you know, we've got options now of Aurier and any PSG centre-back, basically, be it Marquinhos or, you know, Thiago Silva, or any French league French centre-back as well, because they'll get that link with Matuidi. Alternatively, because Matuidi already gets the perfect chemistry as well, we could go with a German centre-back and a right-back that gets a strong link. So we could go like Boateng and maybe even like David Alaba and play him off chem if we get the links, because then they'd get the chemistry too. In game, as I say, we switch it up. Usually it gets switched up to something that looks a little bit more like this. This is what it looks like when it gets switched up. Of course, I could start in this formation and I would have some degree of success because the chemistry here would actually be okay. Lacazette would be on 8, Hazard would be on 8, everybody else would be on 10 now. So I could actually now start in the 4-3-2-1, which wouldn't be a problem. And I might do so because I'd say like Tolisso, I don't know, we'd switch those around like that because yeah, now Tolisso would get 10 chemistry, converting him down to a cam. And the two wingers would get 8 on Hazard and 8, as you can see already, on Lacazette. So it depends whether I want to start them on 8 chem or 10 chem, really. We'd still get 100 team chemistry. It wouldn't make the end of the, you know, it wouldn't make a whole bunch of difference if we didn't start them right. For the sub from the last game, guys, it was very close between Pogba and Dybala. The way the comment system works on YouTube is very strange. And it doesn't always give a true indication of what the top comment was. So I had a look through the comments and there was one comment with Dybala that had like 90-something thumbs up and one comment with Pogba that had 90-something thumbs up. But the one with Dybala was a higher comment. So I don't know. I went with Dybala because we've already got some BPL players. So I thought it'd be nice to take someone different in a situation that was quite even. So our bench now is looking pretty strong. Dybala, Eriksen, Martial and Vardy, who will offer us some good relief in the games against the YouTubers when we get our first game on the weekend. And that means all of these dudes are gone. So this is the team, guys. Let's get into the action. Okay guys, so as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 185 4-3-2-1 team. The man of the match, Salah, Dybala, Dries Mertens, a very good midfielder named Gola, Marquisio and De Rossi. Barzagli, Chiellini, Perez, Alexandro and Gianluigi Buffon, a very nice Calcio A team. Now, one thing I just wanted to talk about briefly as we talk into the gameplay is you'll notice again this isn't live recorded. Now, in the last episode, it wasn't recorded live. It was recorded live. I just post-commed it after I recorded it live because my daughter came into the room and it was bath time for her. So she was, you know, I don't want to put that out there on the interwebs, right? My daughter in a nappy is not really something that I think should be online. And it raised some concerns in the comment section that I thought were quite interesting, that I actually wanted to talk about this episode, which is why I haven't done this one live, because I actually want to talk to you guys. And it raised two concerns. Now, I will have to get clarification from Basin, and if I've broken any rules that I didn't know about, that weren't written down, I apologise, and I will happily take a punishment or redo any video that needs to be redone. It's not a problem. But that when we build a silver team, we get to pick the silver team that we want, right? We get to pick any players that we want to go onto that silver team, any 11. And when team of the season comes around, you can have 11 team of the season players. If you can fit them into a team, you can have the high rated ones, the OP ones, the man of the match silvers that are available that have got stats of a gold card. And people were concerned and gave me some issues in the comment section of the last video that I removed an inform left back, or I think it was inform, or a very good left back, for a common, non-rare, 65 rated left back who's as good as a bronze card essentially, much worse than the player that I already had, that gave chemistry. Now, I will say, there's nothing in the rules that says we can't change our silver players for alternative silver players, because what happens is, in my opinion, if I build a silver team and then we get some good rewards and we want to change our structure, like I picked Di Maria because then we've got links for Argentina, we've got links in the League One, and because of the Lacazette link specifically that I knew I was going to eventually get, we could then build into a French team, so we can build into a hybrid team. Now, I'm going to be punished for trying to be creative with my squad within Fatal if I'm not allowed to change out my silver players for other silver players throughout the time. In which case it would mean that I wouldn't have tried to be creative. I would have been very generic and as boring as possible and ended up with a very similar team that I end up with every time that we play Fatal. And I didn't want that. I wanted to do something a bit different this time around, which is why I took Di Maria in the first place. And what we've got is a French League / BPL hybrid of some really, really good players, in my opinion. You know, it's something a little different. It's a team that you're not going to see in Fatal very often because it doesn't fit the narrative of what most people do. So there was nothing in the actual rules that says that you're not allowed to swap out your silver players for other silver players. No less the fact that I swapped out a good left back that's silver for a bad left back that was silver. And somebody in the comments said that if I'd have kept the other silver left back in, he actually gets better in-game stats than the dude that I put in when the good one is on 4 chem and the bad one is on 10 chem. So yeah, as I say, you know, if I'll address it to Bates next time I chat to him, and if there's a problem with it, then perhaps we could just get it written into the rules for the next variant of Fatal. And if there's no problem with it, which I don't think there should be a problem, I think you should be free to change your silver players as you wish, because you might just pick a right back or a right mid or something that you end up hating and think, actually, you know what, I'd prefer to use this guy instead. You know, like I think changing silvers should definitely be allowed. But if Basin doesn't want it, you know, it's his series at the end of the day, and I'm happy to follow his rules. There's not a problem with that. So we'll check that out. And then in terms of recording live and not recording live, I think it's fair to say in the knockouts versus the YouTubers, recording live is probably fair, because then it's fair for each side in the sense of putting more, you know, you're able to concentrate more in a tough game against a tough opponent when you're not recording live. So I do think it's fair in that sense that recording live is probably the right thing to do. However, the person who might have to play the third game gets screwed because they have 2 games where they have to record live and 1 game where they can't, which I don't think is necessarily fair there. But that, again, it's a difficult one. That one is a tricky one. But in the games where you just play these games, you don't have to record them live. Again, there's nothing in the rules that says that you have to record these live. And in fact, I never used to record these live way back in like FIFA 15 and FIFA 16 Fatals. And I started doing so because I thought it would bring more enjoyment to the videos. I thought it would be more entertaining to see my emotions as I go through the games, rather than just talking over the top of the commentary. And it wasn't because it was like an executive decision of, you've got to do this live, otherwise you're not allowed. It was literally a consideration from me to my viewers. And I wasn't even aware that all the other YouTubers also did their videos live. It's not like an unwritten rule or something, it's just everyone's preference. So for those that were saying that I have an unfair advantage for not recording these live, I don't. Everyone has the same opportunity to do exactly what I'm doing. But I just wanted to address those 2 points. Be interesting to get your guys' thoughts and feedbacks. A couple of big wins here, 4-0 and 3-0. Di Maria picking up 5 goals, Lacazette with 2, 310,000 coins. Let's get into the choices. Okay guys, so we actually generated a very nice amount of coins for this episode, 310,000 altogether. I believe, which is pretty damn sweet. After that, it leaves us with these two choices on the screen. Choice number one will go with Inform, Thiago Silva and Aurier. Of course, not that it matters, but Thiago Silva will also get that soft link into David Luiz. Or we could go for Inform Perrin and Inform Pereira if you wanted something a little bit different. Obviously, Perrin gets a strong link into Matuidi and the link with the right back and the goalkeeper, so everyone would still be all on chem as well. So the choice, as per usual, is yours, guys. Link to the straw poll is in the description below. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up on the video, and I'll see you guys on the weekend for the first game against a YouTuber. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.